Hello, I'm Coach Rad and I'm the author of Li.O.N.S Smoking Cessation Method and the founder of Li.O.N.S Institute of Southern Europe. In this second DVD or video, we're going to talk about designing the life of a lion. So we're going to discuss, I will show you actually how to create your desirable life of a non-smoker, a lion's life. Okay, what we're talking about here is a goal of our decision to stop smoking. What do we actually want to achieve by stopping the life of a smoker and starting the life of a non-smoker? Before we continue with this, I want to make a difference, to explain you the difference between the goal and a dream. After that, we will explain why it's important to have a goal. I will explain you what qualities your goal to be achievable needs to have, and we're going to do an exercise. Okay, it is important that you have pen and paper with you. You will probably draw it like a picture or take notes about your goal. So, first of all, let's start with explaining what is goal and what is dream. If I say, I have a dream to be a football player, what do you get out of this? Well, you probably can see me being a football player. You don't know, some of you imagine me being on a field, playing professionally football. Some people see me in a dirt, crushing with other players, maybe somebody see me clumsy and so on and so forth. And what this goal lacked is a lack of definition. Okay, if I say I want to lose weight, I really didn't say anything. Nobody knows. Do I want to lose a couple of pounds, or I want to lose 40 pounds, or who knows? Maybe I'm having some weight carried with me, and I want to put it down on the ground and lose it totally. So, what these two examples lack are certain qualities. These two examples are clear definition of goal. It's something undefined. It's a wish that we would want to have in our life, but we don't know when we're going to have it, how we're going to have it, and what it's going to look like, or how it's going to feel. So, goal, the difference between goal and dream is that goal is a dream with deadline for least. To dream to become a goal, it has to have certain qualities, like it basically needs to be a SMART goal. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, relevant, or realistic, depending what definition are you reading, achievable, and time-bounded. Okay, let's go to our first example. I want to be a football player, in X team by 2 years from now, with on a position of striker, to play in this state or that state, doesn't matter. I want to have football shoes from that manufacturer, or something like that. Or I want to lose weight by running 2 times a day, having proper diet, eating healthy food, keto diet, or some regular or some other type of diet. I wanna lose 4 pounds by 3 weeks, and so on and so forth. So this goal really have all those qualities. Okay, why is it important to have a goal? Look, our brain is like is a machine. It never stops working. And when you tell your brain, I don't want to do something, it's most likely that you're gonna do it after a certain period of time. Why? Because you didn't really tell anything to your brain. Absolutely anything. Our brain only accepts commands. If I tell you, don't think about pink elephant. Don't think about pink elephant balancing on a beach ball. And don't think about pink elephant that's balancing on a beach ball holding umbrella in his trunk. What is the first thing you're gonna think about? Exactly. So what is the goal? I'm gonna drop this technical stuff and I'm gonna explain it to you with a story. This story is gonna explain to you why it's important to have a goal. Imagine a sailor, a captain of a ship. He's traveling through the sea during the night in a storm. And our captain knows that that he's close to the shore and he's close to the port. He needs to deliver his goods and passengers. But his equipment doesn't work. He has no clue where he is and how close he is to his port, to his harbor. And all of a sudden, he sees a lighthouse. And all of a sudden, our captain knows the way. So he is pretty much sure where the shallow waters are, where are the rocks, and he successfully avoids all that. And even if his journey is not really comfortable anymore, he manages to get to the harbor and deliver his goods and passengers. And after that, he goes to the harbor captain, report that he's there. He goes to the bars, sits with other sailors, and he basically enjoys. Now, my question to you is this. Write it down, write your answer down on a paper. What is the lighthouse in this story, and what is the harbor? The lighthouse is a goal that he follows to get to the harbor. Harbor is a state. What did he felt when he reached the harbor and delivered all the goods? He felt accomplished. He felt a feeling of success. He felt probably happiness. And the thing is, it's basically a state that he achieves. It's not the delivery of goods and services. It's the state of feeling successful, fulfilled, and happy that he's after. And he's gonna get that state in any harbor in life that he reaches. Now, the stormy weather is life. You don't know what's gonna happen in your life, ever. You don't know what's gonna happen in the next 5 seconds, okay? But that lighthouse helps him get to the harbor, okay? And the same way, our brain is searching for the certain state to have in life. Our brain knows that every time he takes some cigarette, he's gonna feel certain state. It's gonna that nicotine and that smoke gonna cover the real things that's going on around him, and it will be okay with that. If you create a vivid goal to your brain, goal that is so clear, so specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to you, so your goal needs to be yours, not to your parents, not to the society, not anybody else but yours, and time bounded, that goal needs to be achieved by some period of time. Your brain gonna have enough information to follow. So instead of saying don't think about pink elephant, think about bluebird. Okay? And when I say about following the big picture, that goal needs to be perfect, that goal needs to be vivid in your brain. I mean, on something like this, something that I'm going to show in this example. You see, when people used to tell me to stop smoking, everything I could see in front of my eyes was this, a big stop smoking sign. Okay, let's keep that picture here. Okay, leave it down there in a minute. And now let's create other picture. Okay, imagine that you have a frame for a picture, and in this picture you put this. You have, for example, the goal of Li.O.N.S life that you want to achieve. Okay, I want to be, I want to have more social experiences with my friend. I want to go to fitness to achieve a healthy body and good looking body, or to have more stamina or something. I want to read more books. I want to travel more. I want to spend more time with my family. Uh, I want to change my smoking habit, and I want to, for example, I don't know, take more walks or something like that. So tell me, let's put these two pictures one next to another, okay? What is much more easier to follow? This picture, where there is a stop smoking sign, or this picture with actual imagery of your life, okay? So everything here that we describe make you feel somehow, create certain state in your mind and your body, okay? And during your life, your goal cannot change, okay? The actual goal you want to achieve can change, but the state, but if you achieve the same state in yourself, it doesn't really matter. For example, if you have been practicing all your life and going to the gym and something happened that you simply cannot achieve that anymore, but what you can do is taking a walk for an hour or something else, you will still have same certain state of that comes from physical activities that is relevant to you. So tell me in an email what you think about this part of this video training. Now we will go a little more detail about goal qualities. What qualities your goal need to have so to be achievable. So what are the goal qualities? There's three types of qualities that goal needs to fulfill to be achievable. First group of qualities that goal needs to have are these. Goal needs to have visual quality, auditory quality, and kinesthetic qualities. What does it mean? When you creating your goal, writing it down, your goal needs to be visually described. I see myself in a life of a non-smoker, walking. I see my dear people that I want to meet. I see my cousin X and Epsilon. I see my wife and children. I see my colleagues of work. I see the prize for being successful in some activity, work or sport. Auditory quality. What do you hear in that goal? Okay. I hear my boss telling me I did a good job. I hear the laughter of my children. I hear music coming from the record player. I hear music coming from a radio. I hear chattering or I hear silence and I enjoy it. Kinesthetic qualities. Kinesthetic qualities are our feelings, okay? I feel warmth in my body. I feel freshness of the air or dry air or humidity of the air. I feel happiness. I feel satisfaction, fulfillment, okay? And while you're doing this, put yourself in the position that you're actually living that life. It's 1 year from now, today's day, but a year from now, and you are describing this like it's happening right now. So you describe what you see, what you hear, and what you feel, okay? The second quality of goal that I was talking about are SMART goals. So, as I mentioned earlier, goal needs to be specific as possible. As much as possible details you can write it down. What are you wearing? How's your clothes feels on you while you're living in that day of when you realize that you're living a Li.O.N.S life? Measurable, okay? Measure something, okay? It's kind of I'm not talking about counting days, to remind yourself how long are you without cigarette, but measure that state, okay? Measure from 1 to 10 how satisfied you are, how many prizes you have for something, okay? Make that goal achievable. So your goals needs to be achievable. You can achieve it, okay? Describe it. It needs to satisfy the quality of achievement, okay? Relevant to you. Your goal is your goal. It's not anybody else. your goal of Li.O.N.S life it needs to be relevant to you. Even if you just want to eat more carrot or climb Mount Everest, it's okay, whatever you say. Even if you just want to sit, watch TV all day, if that's you, that's totally fine. And time framed. By this date, on that specific date, I will know that this goal is that I'm living the Li.O.N.S life, okay? The next set of qualities that our goal needs to satisfy is to be pure. Pure, that means to be positive. It's not what you don't want to do, it's what you want to do, okay? So, instead of, I don't want to think about pink elephant, you say, I want to think about bluebird. Okay, so positive. You, under your control. Okay, your goal, achieving of your goal needs to be under your control. Okay, so in SMART it was relevant, in pure, R stands for realistic. Keep your goal realistic. Okay, and the last is E, ecological. Achievement of your goal cannot make damage, long-term damage to you or anybody around you, okay? Always check, when you finish writing your goal, check ecology of your goal. This is really important because this, no matter how in your head your goal looks good, this ecology can actually, if it's not satisfying the ecology of your life, for your life, and your system around where you're living, you know, and when I say system, I think about family, friends, yourself, and everything. It can actually damage the achievement of your goal, okay? It can make it more difficult. Okay, so write down your goal, press pause, write it down, be specific as possible, measure your goal, and you can send that goal to my email. So for example, my life of a non-smoker, design of life of a smoker was to help, okay? So how do I help people? I help people with my stop smoking training. I can help by helping my parents, you know, to drive my parents to a certain location because they're pretty old, you know. I can help my neighbor carry bags from the grocery store and so on and so forth. So how long can I do it? I want to do this whole my life. How long am I going to live? I have no idea. But as long as I live, I will do that, okay? So write something like that, okay? Practice and return to the certain stages of this video and repeat it. And when you get the idea, how you're gonna get, when you set your goal of what your Li.O.N.S life will be, you will give proper instruction to your brain what to do instead of smoking. And at the moment, this may seem like not related to smoking, but it is, okay? It is. Why? Well, as soon as you set clear goal to your brain, it will automatically start searching for solution how to get there. How is that possible? Well, look at this. When you started to learn, if you're driving a car, for example, when you went to the first car driving lesson, you were watching, you know, rear view mirrors, you were checking where's the brake, where's the gas, you were watching to shift gears properly if you're driving manual, you were listening to your instructor and so on and so forth, and your instructor gave you a goal to go from A to B location. Now today when you want to go somewhere, you know, someone tells you, okay, drive to the mall, you just start driving and your brain figures out the quickest way based on experience, the quickest way to get to that goal. Same way, if you design, look brain, this is how my life of a non-smoker is gonna look like, it will start working by itself, okay? It will set the date, it will find the solution, how to get there. And in the next videos, we're gonna help your brain get more tools to get to the goal of Li.O.N.S life.